What is up, Prince Squad? I'm back with another live stream. Today is the Sunday live stream, and today is June the 17th, 2019. Let me see. Yeah, basically, today it rained all day here. Didn't do much. It's also Father's Day, y'all. What's up, Cynthia? How you doing? What's up, Computer Tech? What's up, Wilson? Hopefully Scoob is awake. Maybe I need to call Scoob, y'all. What's up, Angela? Yeah, I'm on here. I'm on here. What's up, Nalasia? What's up, other Angela? We got Angela C, Angela Collins, and Angela W, Angela Ward. What's up, Patio? Cynthia says, hey, I'm first. What's up, Jennifer? What's up, Mona? What's up, Capu? What's up, Darian? What's up, Miriam? Let me call school because she going to be mad if I don't. I just text her and let her know I was on live. So I'm going to call her on speakerphone. Yeah, I'm about to call her on speakerphone. Birmingham, Angela Ward from Birmingham, Alabama. What's up, Tiburon? What's up, Romello? What's up, King Zaddy? Computer Tech says need to give me a DTG printer. What's up, Krista? How you doing? Y'all heard that? That kind of scared me, but I'm pretty sure it's that thing I was just fooling with a minute ago. And it just fell again. What's up, The Real? What's up, helping elevate sportsmanship? Thank you. I appreciate you watching. What's up, Southmore William? Adria, David Lawyer from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Okay, so I'm gonna call school right quick on speakerphone. Y'all hear what her ringtone is? I'm good, Adria. Let me see if she gonna answer the phone. Look, that's how you know you calling school. The school, you are on the live stream right now. Where you at?
Oh, you won't lie?
Yeah, I just text you and I was like, let me call school, or she's gonna be mad that I didn't let her know that I was going live. What's up, Rosina? You are on live, school, right now. You want to say anything to the people?
Hello. Happy Father's Day to the daddy, stepdaddy, wannabe daddy. Wish he was a daddy, just daddy, and to the mamas that are the daddy. That's it.
All right, all right. You gonna stay on speakerphone or what? You wanna be on speakerphone?
I can be on speakerphone. I'm about to get on and go on there now.
All right, I gotta figure out how to pull you on here. Like you can have more. I don't know. I don't be really looking into it or whatever, but it's a way that both of us could be on here. I'm gonna have to figure it out,
Okay.
and maybe we can start both being on.
So you got the Magoos on.
Yeah, don't hate. Do not hate, cause I need them to see. Cynthia says, did you put pictures on shirts using the SG400? I don't have a SG400. Capu says today is the 16th. My birthday is the 17th. Okay, today is the 16th. You are right, but people make mistakes. Humans make mistakes. If I was perfect, y'all probably wouldn't be on my channel. Yeah. I don't have time to sit there and look for somebody to make mistakes. Let me see. Let me go back and see if I miss anybody. I think I got everybody on here. Let me see. Let me double check. What's up, Sharon? I'm good, Adria. What's up, Rosina? Thank you, Crystal. Romello says, what's a good thing? What's a good thing, Vinyl, from eBay. You talking about what's a good thing about it? It's cheap. I mean, I haven't had any issues with it. It's some other people on here that I think Crystal uses it too. It's some other people on here that use it. Yeah, that's the best thing about it. It's cheap and there's no issues with it. I guess that's the two best thing. My back itching. Let me see. Jennifer says happy birthday, Kapu. Cynthia says sublimation. Yeah, you can if you're using white shirts. If you're using the white t-shirts, I use the white. Really, this thing is saying video input too low. Really, thing. Let me turn the internet off on the phone, cause I don't know. I'm not even doing nothing with the phone, but it's saying video input is too low. Hopefully y'all can see. Helping Elevate Sportsmanship says the best vinyl for basketball uniforms. I would say the Styles vinyl. What's up, CB? Because that's what they market with their vinyl, and they have special vinyl for that. So and they have vinyl for anything. It depends on what material you printing on. All you gotta do is search for that specific vinyl. Let me see. Get your ends up says printing thin vinyl. The real says use Hangouts. For some reason I can't use Hangout. It don't work right for me for some reason. I tried that. Like when I go live, I have to go to the Creator Studio to go live. I can't just click on live at the top of the screen, or it don't work right. I don't know what the deal is. Cynthia says we put a picture on the shirt using sublimation. Let me see. Adria says who's a good vinyl company? A lot of people like Sis or Easy Weed. A lot of people like Styles. I mean, it depends on you, Adria. I mean, that's kind of like cars. Like if you buy a brand spanking new car, it should be a decent car. But if you buying a car and you want to be able to carry a lot of people in it, you'll get one with, you'll get one for a lot of people. If you plan on hauling a lot of stuff, you'll get a truck that can haul stuff. I mean, that's the best I can tell you. It depends on what you need it for, and I feel like vinyl is a preference. Because Scissor is a well-proven company that's been around for years. Styles is a proven company that's been around for years. But I don't like the I don't like the Scissor vinyl. So it kind of depends on you. Let me see. Oh, Jason. I'm thanking you, Jason, again. Romello says typo thin. I only buy that one vinyl that I can't think of the name of, but it's in the video. Like the link is in the video. If you look for the eBay vinyl, it's in that video. You welcome helping elevate. Miriam Ray says B-Flex vinyl. Romello says, okay, my question is, what vinyl do you suggest from eBay that's very thin? And so I haven't purchased every vinyl from eBay. I have purchased a couple, and the one that I thought was pretty good is the one that I listed in that video. I don't remember the name of it because it's been a long time, and I don't always buy that vinyl. I just found that it was cheap, and I that's the vinyl that I would buy to restock. Like if I wanted to get a lot of different colors and stuff like that, because and if I needed something quick, I would go with the Amazon route. Or Styles, depending on what I'm ordering from Styles, because it can come in one day, shipping out of Dallas, but they don't carry all their vinyl in Dallas, so sometimes it'll take 3 days. So if I need it really quick, I'll go on Amazon and buy some vinyl from them. Like if it's an order that I got that came up. What's up, Flex? What's up, Latonya? But yeah, that's I mean, it just kind of depends on I don't know what to tell you. It just kind of depends on how fast you need it and what you need it for. William says, do you think a 4-color screen printing press is okay? for a starting t-shirt company. Yeah, I think it's good. I started off with a one color, and I made money off of that to purchase the four color one that I had, because I had that one station four color Ryonet press, and I made a lot of money off of that. Reese B says, I'm nervous about doing the emulsion screen for the first time. How long did it take to get good at it? Well, the coating the screen wasn't hard, because if you mess up, all you gotta do is take your scoop coater and scrape the excess emulsion off, and and fix your mistake and let it dry. But when I first started, I was using a work light, and I didn't know what I was doing when I first started. I didn't really get good results with the work light. There's some people on here, I don't know if they even on here. Latonya Ben says Happy Father's Day. But what's up, John? How you doing? But my main problem, I didn't have the problems with, I didn't do perfect screens when I first started with emulsion. But if you mess up, all you gotta do is scrape the excess emulsion off, and you can put it back in the container once you finish coating your screen and getting it the way you want it. Scoob says I have a screen coating system. Scoob, you on live stream? You can't talk. You don't want to talk to the people, Scoob? What's You can talk. You ain't gotta just type everything.
I bet confidence. That's right.
Oh, okay. My bad then. What's up, Mr. At Home Money? Thank you for Mr. At Home Money says thank you for telling us about the 613 originals. Do you know who got the best gang sheet price? 13 by 19. I am not sure, because I have never actually used transfers myself. I do have these samples. I will be printing onto some shirts, and then I'll be like washing them, doing a wash test and stuff like that, and keeping track of how many times I wash them and letting you guys know about that. But I have, when I first started out, I was doing the vinyl shirts, and then I started doing screen printing, like once I started getting big enough orders. So that, that's the way that I went. I never used the transfers. I didn't even know about the transfers, and that's the thing. Like, y'all got way more information than I had, and it's like way more stuff out now than it was when I first started. I mean, they probably had stuff out like the DTG and different things, but it's like so many more people now are making videos and putting them out. It wasn't as many people putting them out back then. Cynthia says my phone rang and cut out the video. How's the best way to put a picture on a shirt? I mean, it depends, Cynthia's. You can use transfer paper, which will eventually wash out. If they want polyester white shirts or light color shirts, you can use sublimation. You can use some people print what do you call it? Process printing, where you can print full color images. I mean, it kind of depends. There's a bunch of different ways you can do it. Do you use an air compressor to dry? No, they dry on their own. I let them air dry. All I do is put a fan there, and I have a dehumidifier and a little heater. But really, in the summertime, you don't even need the heater. It takes like 5 minutes for a screen to dry. Well, that's when you have washed it. I'm going to say 15-30 minutes maybe to dry a screen with emulsion on it. Sauce One says Versatrans has great prices. Ken C says plastisol doesn't wash out, does it? If you cure it properly, it shouldn't wash out. But if you half cure it, then it can wash out. It pretty much most likely will wash out if it's not done correctly. Scoob says Romello get a drying cabinet. Romello says Top Transfer have gang sheets. Dana. Oh, Top Transfers and Dana has the gang sheets. Dana is from the Print Squad group page. Y'all can check him out. Yeah, but I don't know. I can't really give a lot of info on the transfers. Maybe I can order some, because I could have some uses for some, because I have some orders like for the restaurant. What's up, Johnny Castillo? How you doing? Like for the restaurant, they don't usually make big orders. They might order 5-10 shirts at the same time, and I usually just keep the screen and pull the screen out. But if I had transfers, I could just press them on the shirts. Mirren says, have I ever used capillary film? Yes, I did. I used it it came with that, when I bought that U-Do from that person, it came with the U-Do, but it's like a process. Like, even though I knew how to, by the time I got that, I knew how to coat the screens well, but, I didn't get every, with the capillary film, it's a little more expensive than the emulsion, and it's kind of like a process, a learning process. You got to kind of learn how to do it. Like, to me, coating the screen with emulsion is probably the easiest thing of screen printing. And but the capillary film, it took a little bit for me to get it right. And I didn't have that many sheets, but I did use the sheets that I had. All right, Angela, thank you for stopping by. John Hightower says, is Jiffy shirts cheaper place to order shirts? Has anybody on here ever ordered from Jiffy? If they have, let John know what y'all think. I use Ulano emulsions. I have used their QX1. I have used their Ulano Orange. And right here, let me see where it's at. I just got a new one from them. It's got a really cool name, and I can't think of what it's called right now. Doggone it. Trifecta. It's called Trifecta. That's the new one that I'm going to be trying out pretty soon. Probably this week, because I'll be washing screens out on Monday. And I'll be using the Trifecta to coat the new screens, and that is for both water-based and plastisol ink, so you don't have to worry about it messing up if you got long runs of water-based inks. Mr. At Home Money says, I use for a family reunion. CB says, I will master process printing. I have the Adobe Suite. Most say I need a good RIP software to print the screens though. Yeah, I would go for a RIP software if you're gonna be doing the process printing, cause that way that's what those are programs are made for. What's up, Yolanda from Jersey? John says, which one is better? It depends on your situation. Like, I don't feel like you can just say something is better. Like, I don't know, like a lot of the questions. A lot of the products, like, they have all different kinds of things. Like, they got all different brands of all different kinds of things. And a lot of these brands work pretty much the same, or they work good. They work the way they're supposed to work. I can't really say which one is better because it depends on your atmosphere. Like, I'm in the South and it's humid. So I kind of prefer the Ulano Orange over the QX1. Because it's humid, and I feel like the orange works better for me. And I did start off using the QX1, but because of the humidity down here, especially in the summertime, maybe I could use the other one in the wintertime. I feel like the orange works best for me. But I'm also in a little small portable building. If you're in a really nice building that, that's got insulation and everything like that, it may not matter what you use. It may depend on what you use. And then another thing is, what kind of inks are you using? Because the QX1 and the orange is not specifically for water-based inks, but I have used water-based inks with the QX1 and haven't had issues, but it haven't been like huge orders that I was printing for. And they have specific one depending on what kind of inks you're using. And that Trifecta is for the it's for all three different types of printing, which is the discharge, the water-based, and the plastisol. Let me see. What's up, Rashonda? How you doing? Romello says, you can them seeing you got skills. I was new to the whole game and did them. Let me see. What's up, King Green? How you doing? I'm good, tall man. How you doing? CB says, I like Jiffy, good prices. I get my stuff mostly next day. It depends on the color and sizes the customer needs. CB says, thanks for that info, Scoob. Rashonda says, feeling any better, Scoob? Praying for you. I need to clean my glasses. Latanya Ben says one person might say something is good and another might not say the same. So you would have to shop around and try some stuff out. School says I'm always good, Rashonda, even when sick. But yeah, it just kind of depends on your needs. Like for whatever you like, as far as the vinyl, as far as the inks and stuff like that. Like everything I'm telling y'all on this channel is my experience and my like what I think about it. I mean, if it's something that I don't think is good, I'm gonna let y'all know. If it's something that I like, I'm gonna let y'all know. If I haven't used it, just like somebody was asking about the transfers earlier, so I can't just say yeah, order from this place or that place. You know, I can only go by what people have told me and what, you know, I know, you know, as far as the transfers that I have here, I'm gonna do some test prints with those and kind of see, you know, how they work out. What's up? Oh, okay. I think I spoke to both of y'all. Johnny says, I have a question. I'm having a problem when I design a text for a shirt. When I print, it's not coming out the same size I want. What program are you using, Johnny? Like I try to size my stuff the exact size that I need it. I mean, I don't know. Like I use Photoshop and I try to print as big as I can for the smallest shirt that I have if I'm screen printing. And also, are you doing vinyl or are you screen printing? What's up, Diane? How you doing? Romelo says, "Sin, I was saying, I know you can do plastic transfers. You guys get. I just haven't tried it, Romelo. I do have everything here to do it with. I just haven't tried it." Diane says, "Hey, Sin, I'm glad to catch you tonight. I'm glad you made it here too. What's up, Evelyn? How you doing? How does anyone know a economical T-shirt method that I can use to print on paper bags? I don't do screen print. The only T-shirt methods I know are screen printing, heat press, like vinyl printing, and unless you're like hand drawing or something like that, DTG." So those are the choices pretty much that you're going to have. And I don't think vinyl would, I don't know, vinyl might work on the bags. I did some Valentine's bags and I used vinyl, but it was just like a, you know, a temporary something that didn't have to be on there. It was just for looks, really. Diane says, I just got up about to get ready for work. Rashonda says, happened to me, Cheryl. They sent me some shirts that had holes and loose threading. Johnny Castillo says Photoshop. Like, I mean, I'm just used to using Photoshop, Johnny. I guess one thing you could do is whatever size you need it, make your project that size. Like if you need it to be 4 inches by 4 inches, make you a what do you call it? I forget what it's called, but when you make a new project, make it 4 by 4 and put your design on there 4 by 4, and then save that design and remove the white background from it. Save it, open up a new design in the size paper that you'll be printing on, and then print it out from there. I mean that should work. I mean, it's probably another way you can do it too, but if it's got to be 100% a specific size, like when I'm printing, I rarely have people asking for specific sizes. So what I do is I take whatever size not transfer paper, but transparency film I'm going to be printing on, and I just make it as big as I know the computer will print out on that size. And I do it that way. I mean, I don't never have nobody that's like, it's got to be exactly 2.5 by 3. You know, I don't never have nobody. I haven't not one time had anybody that was, you know, that was like that. So, I mean, that's the best I can recommend for you. Let me see. What's up, Jet 206? How you doing? King Green says, I have Corel Draw and I guess I need a RIP software. What do you recommend? I've never used the RIP software, but I'm trying to think of somebody that know a name of some RIP softwares. Will y'all list them for King Green? But if you just go to Google and type in screen printing RIP software, I'm sure hundreds of them will probably pop up. Scoob says, Johnny, make sure the font size is correct in your settings. Johnny says, and I print through AccuRip. Diane says, I'm going to screen print training next week. Scoob says, Johnny, you can send me an email and I will help you. What's up, Jennifer? How you doing? Jennifer says, Sin, I think you're thinking of the weeding box. Huh? I'm not sure what you're talking about, Jennifer. Evelyn says, try Sanmar for your teas. Great company, and they ship next day to many locations. Scoob says, for Sanmar, you need a reseller's license. What's up, Ray? What's up, Shayada? How you doing? Evelyn says, you need a business for Sanmar. Yes, that's correct. Johnny Castillo says, RIP, AccuRip is good. Yeah, it's a lot of them. If you just, like, a lot of the stuff that, like, especially about different products and softwares and stuff like that, if y'all go to Google and type that in, it'll be all kind of stuff that pops up. Sauce One says Inkcep is a free RIP software. You can Google it. That's what I said. That's what I was saying, Sauce One. Diane says, what was that banging noise? My knee hit the side of this desk. That right there, it hit the side of the desk because I'm like turning in my chair. CB says, Diane, so jealous, would love to take a class. CB, you up there in Detroit, Motor City, I'm sure you got some classes local. You just got to find like a screen printing place near you and you probably can go to some classes. Shaya says I said it now. I'm just say Kendra then. That way I'll just make it easy. Or I'll just say SK. Alright, Sauce One says House of Beats has a YouTube video on Inkcep. SK says means help in Hindi. Diane says okay, LOL. Scoob says Sauce, it does color separations and halftones. Yeah, that'll probably help a lot of people out. Cause if it does color separations, then it can probably do just regular color separations, even if you're not doing process printing. Diane says I can share what I learned when I get back. And Scoob says, Cheryl, ask your cousin. Johnny says, I went to Rhinet class. It didn't show me much. Yeah, like a lot of that stuff with screen print, like if you can get a screen burned, like, you know, you're going to have to practice and get your technique down. Diane says, I'm aiming to shoot a YouTube video at some point. Jennifer says, seeing when you were explaining how to size the font, you said you couldn't think of the word, so I said I thought of weeding box. Oh no, like I was talking about if you make your okay, if you got Photoshop, if you're using Photoshop software, you making a new file, and I forget exactly what it's called. It might be called a project. I don't remember. I don't know. Like a lot of that stuff, I've been doing it so long, I don't remember exactly. I have to actually be doing it to tell you how to do it. But yeah, if you can make your file a certain size, like usually you make your file whatever size the paper you're going to be printing it on, or the transparency film you're gonna be printing it on. That's what I was talking about. But since he was saying like he needed it to be specifically a certain size exact, I would make my file that size, and I would just put, make my design in that size, and then I'll save it, and then I'll put it on to, make a new file and put it on there, and it'll stay the same size that you created it as. The only way that it would change if it was too big, like if you use the 8.5 by 11 and then you try to put that 8.5 by 11 on a 4x4 file, then it would shrink it down to fit. But if you put it on something bigger, it'll keep it that same size. That's what I was trying to explain. What's up, Tina? Let me plug up this computer so it won't die. What's up, Ian? How you doing? Phoenix in the house. CB says, oh, Sauce One says just regular color separations. CB says there's one downtown Detroit. Must unbox these boxes that keep popping up. LOL. Wait on one more from HOB, the massive unboxing. CB says, yep, Scoob, as soon as the kiddos go to my mom's for a couple of weeks, that's the plan. Diane says, oh, that's the Ryanette class I'm going to. Scoob says, coolio. What's up, Jen? Yeah, I've been on here a long time. Let me see. Oh, I just been on here about 30 minutes. Let me see. I'm gonna have to try to get some done, Jennifer. I don't know, y'all. I be trying not to be negative on here about stuff, but I don't know. I just been feeling some type of way about some different things. So, I don't know. Diane says, Johnny, what did you want to know that they don't go over? Yeah, I try to get y'all some done. What's up, Juan? Ian says, pretty good. Still trying to get my shirt business off the ground. Doing mostly HTV right now. Trying to learn screen print. Yeah, that's a good thing, Ian, because right now, if you're able to do the HTV, and that's for like the smaller orders. Like once you start getting the bigger orders, you should be done picked up on that. Which I don't know. You could be getting bigger orders now, but that's mostly what the screen print is for. When you're doing the big order. So I think that's good that you doing the HTV and working on getting that screen printing down, because I'm telling you, definitely will need that. Jennifer says, I feel you. We so grateful for the everyday lives. You're welcome, Jennifer. Yeah, I be trying to keep answering do those so I can answer the questions and try to keep up with y'all and stuff like that. Let me see. Regina says, okay. Regina from Jacksonville, Florida. I got my heat press machine now. All right, Regina. Are you in the Print Squad group, Regina? Because you can show your progress, and show whatever you want to show on there. And if you need questions, which I do have on my other channel, the Red channel, I do live streams every day at 10 a.m. Central, 11 Eastern, and 8 California time, Pacific time. Jen says, I did a 40 shirt HTV order and was exhausted. Took a day to recover. Yeah, that gets pretty hectic, Jen. Especially if it's a detailed design. Yeah, you're gonna have to look into getting into that screen printing, and that'll save you a lot of time. The most you would have to do is burn that screen, and the screen printing, once you get your technique down, it's not hard at all. Diane says, awesome, congrats, Regina. Ian says, just did a 25 shirt order and we didn't. I'm telling you, yeah, Ian, you ready to go right into screen printing too? Because I'm telling you, especially those detail designs. And it's raining. It's been raining all day, y'all. Scoob says, Ian, shame, that should have been easy. Yeah, depends on that design. Jen says, I did a 100 shirt sublimation order and that wasn't so bad since I didn't have. Yep. And then see, like once you get sometimes if you got your conveyor dryer, once you get a conveyor dryer, you just toss the shirts on there when you get done screen printing them. Like, cause sometimes standing over that heat press, can be a bit hot at times too. But yeah, you making money though, Jen. I be saving up and trying to move on to the next step. Rashonda says, Jen, that's why we got to learn screen printing. Yep. Once y'all get into that screen printing, things will be a lot easier, especially with the big orders. Ian says, yeah, it always takes more than you think when weeding bigger orders. Liberty says, I was praying for you, Grandma. Diane says, hey, Jen, how many times you changed your butcher paper for that sublimation job? What's up, Gina Gill? Jen says, yep, Rashonda, I broke down and ordered that eBay 4 color station. I hope it works. What's up, Patches? How you doing? Jen says, I changed it every time, but only because it was front and back. CB says, it's raining on and off here as well. Like, I don't know if y'all can even hear it. It's raining pretty good out there right now. Jen says, so it was okay for 2 presses. Dolores says, sublimation and pigment printing is easy for me. Jet says, what's up? Say the word LLC. Let me see. Scoop says, a conveyor dryer does help. Evelyn, what's up, Evelyn? How you doing? Evelyn says, check out end rows from your local printer to use with sublimation instead of butcher paper. End rows. John Hightower says, my sister loves to weed. Hey, get her a 100 shirt job and see if she still like it after that, John. Like when I first started, I didn't have a problem with weeding. It was actually kind of fun. But then once you start getting 25 really detailed shirt orders, then 50 and up, then I hate weeding now. Evelyn says, newspaper printer for end rolls. Jet says, I love the rain. Yolanda says, red channel. It's called T-Shirt Chick Live. If you go to the Google search, the YouTube search and type in T-Shirt Chick Live, I have on a red logo. Or if you watch my videos and you watch them all the way to the end, it'll be a link at the end of the video. Yeah, like when people be like, they don't even know what the red channel is, I'm like, y'all not even watching my videos to the end. Johnny says, I've been making money since got the silkscreen equipment. I live in New York and it's been raining for 3 days already. Yeah, it just started raining here yesterday or last night. Jen, the crafty poster worker, says, that's a good trip. Thanks, Evelyn. And School says, I'm scaring y'all off by saying, some people, I don't know. I just got to be honest, Scoob. I don't like weeding. And I'm not going to do 100. If I got 10 shirts, I'm probably going to do vinyl. I'm probably going to do screen printing. I might do vinyl depending on the design, but I'm probably going to screen print it. And they just gonna get the vinyl price because they didn't they didn't order enough shirts to get screen printed. Diane says, what's end rolls? And Evelyn says it's free for the end rolls. John says, I only had one. She would not weed. It took the cutter 4 hours to cut it. Wow, 4 hours? Wow. See, that's another thing. You could have had that order done screen printing. Wow. What's up, Maz? How you doing? Maz from Pueblo, New Mexico. Hello from Pueblo, New Mexico. Or salutations. What? I might be a little bit off on the language. School says, I have a paralyzed hand too and I weed fast. I think people psych themselves out. Yeah, I just don't like to weed. I don't like weed in school. I don't know. To me, it's just so much easier to just screen print. Johnny says, is there a difference in T vinyl, then silk screen. Yep, vinyl is, you have to buy vinyl rolls. Like vinyl comes in rolls or sheets, and you have to have a vinyl cutter to cut it out. Screen printing, you use ink to print it, and you have to have a screen with mesh in it that is coated with emulsion, or some type of stencil created that you have to use a squeegee to push the ink through. John says that was one sticker. It was an Aztec calendar. Diane says, I find weeding small jobs therapeutic. Ian says, my shirts were back and front pocket design. That small design with detail killed it for me. Yeah, and then that's the other thing. Like, sometimes vinyl cutters have a hard time cutting out a lot of detail. I mean, they'll cut them out, but then sometimes it's hard to weed it too. And with screen printing, even if it's very fine detail, as long as you have the correct screen mesh and everything like that, you can print it. Even very small print, detail print. Like this ticket I got right here. You see how small that writing is on there? You can probably screen print that, I'm pretty sure, if you got the right screen mesh and everything. But as far as a vinyl cutter being able to cut out this small writing, like on this speeding ticket I got, I gotta try to work something out with that. Ian says, my shirts were, oh, okay, I read that. Gina Gill says, Diane, it sure is. Johnny Castillo says, I meant the price, silk screen and vinyl. Yeah, vinyl, like you can buy I usually buy, I think I buy quartz. I think that's the size I buy. But if you even buy a pint, depending on the color, like if it's black ink, you can print hundreds of shirts with a pint of, and the pint might cost like $20 or something like that. But with vinyl, you're gonna be paying probably about $30 a roll or so. If you get some of that cheaper vinyl I was talking about, you can pay less than it. But like for about 5 yards, you're gonna pay around $30, or maybe in the high 20s or mid 20s. But I'm just gonna say you're gonna pay $30 for 5 yards of vinyl. Okay, if you got 5 yards of vinyl, then you can print about 15 shirts. If you have like 12-inch designs, something like that. So you're gonna be paying like $30 for like 15 shirts. If you're printing the shirt, I mean, if you print little pocket logos on shirts, you can get more than that. But still, the ink is gonna go way further than the vinyl. And ink is like pennies. Like usually when, like, say I have to buy some ink for an order, I count my losses on that first order. So say somebody ordered 20 shirts and I had to buy ink for it. Okay, if I spent $25 on that thing of ink, the rest of, after that first order, the rest of the orders are gonna be profit. But like with the because that first $25 I would take that out of my first order. Like I didn't make the $25 that I had to spend on the ink. But ink, print with ink is a whole lot cheaper. But getting started screen printing, you got to buy more stuff. But once you get everything you need, you'll make more off of that, and everything will be done quicker. Evelyn says, when your newspaper printer prints the paper, there's always part of the roll they can't print on because it's not long enough. That's called the end roll. It's a lot for you though to use. Let me see. Johnny says, I meant the price per shirt on vinyl. Hopefully I answered it with that big long thing I said, Johnny. If I didn't, you might have to re-ask it. I'm always speeding, Diane. I be trying to get there. But that was like, I got that ticket when I came back from Houston, because I had, like, when I came back from Houston, I had to drive all the way to Monroe that night, and I couldn't see that it was a cop. That's why I got that ticket. Like, when I'm driving in daytime, I can see better. Oh, I done missed a lot of comments. Let me see. Ian says, when I first started looking into screen printing, I heard plastisol inks were the best, but now I'm seeing people coming out saying water best inks are the best. And see, that's the thing, Ian. I don't feel like it is a best or not best. Like, it depends on what you printing. Like, if you go to any store and they sell t-shirts, most of them are screen printed. Most of them are printed with plastisol inks. You can have soft plastisol inks, and you can have soft water-based inks. But if you're printing on black shirts and you're using water-based ink, you're gonna have to underbase everything. Evelyn says, I always charge more for the vinyl designs. I also do glitter as well. CB says, I agree, Diane. In Scoob, I find myself designing multicolored designs, so I must get on the screen printing bandwagon. My sub game never got off the ground. Operator error. I will revisit sublimation later. Jen says, I pay about $35 for 5 yards of vinyl. Jen says, I can't wait to save money with screen printing. Yeah, they do have some cheaper vinyl, Jen. I did some videos on that, but yeah, you're going to pay at least like $30. Kim Smith says, hey, Sin, I'm on my last night of vacation in New Orleans. Stayed 3 days in Biloxi. Love New Orleans, especially the food. Hate to leave. Yeah, I was supposed to be going to New Orleans this weekend, Kim, but, well, this next weekend, the weekend of the 22nd, but one of my sons is supposed to play in New Orleans. The other one is supposed to play in Shreveport. So instead of me deciding which one of my sons I'm gonna go see play, neither one of them not gonna get to play. And I got a wedding that I'm supposed to be filming on that Saturday. So yeah, because the coaches can't decide, and it's baseball all-stars, and I don't have nobody to take my kids, take one of my kids, because they got a sorry dad. Even though it's Father's Day, happy Father's Day to the real fathers out there, the good fathers, not the deadbeats like my kid's dad, but happy Father's Day to the true fathers out there. Stepfathers, father-in-laws, grandfathers, whatever type of father you are, except for deadbeats. One says 35 per 5 yards versus 25 per a quart of ink. Jen says, keep trying, Cheryl. It took me a lot of fails, but I finally got it together. CB says, Glass In wasn't on a live when they look, the cop never even came to my window, Cheryl. He was scared or something. He stood at the back of the car the whole time. So when he pulled me over, I flipped the light on in the car so that they could see, cause I had my cousin and her baby in there. I don't know why my nose is itching. I guess these glasses or something, I don't know. But yeah, he never even came to the window of the car. He was at the back of the car, and he was talking, and I had my window up, and I'm like, it sounded like he talking. I couldn't hear him, so I let the window down, and he was saying, driver, can you step out of the vehicle? So I got out. I didn't have my I don't know. I didn't bring nothing when I got out. I just got out because he said get out. I thought maybe he was gonna give me a stern talking to and be like, stop speeding and go where you going. But he was like, let me get your license and your registration. So I was like, I went and got my license. He said license, insurance, and registration. So I went and got my phone, and I was like, my license in here. So I gave it to him, and I had my cousin getting my insurance out of the car. But the insurance, my insurance just renewed because it comes automatically out of my account. So I didn't even have a current insurance paper in the car. But they got a way of looking all that up. So I was good. He wrote my ticket and sent me on my way. Evelyn says, it really depends on the look you're trying to achieve. Detailed designs need to be done on silk screen, direct to garment, or sublimation. One says you can print up to 450 shirts out of one cart versus getting about 25 shirts from 5 yards of vinyl. All this is in black. Johnny Castillo said you did. CB says, Jen, I have to change my printer. Keep forgetting to call Epson. I love sublimation. I'm sorry, Diane. I'm sorry for speeding, okay? I'm sorry. Johnny says, I have to send you a PBA card. Gina Gill says, CB, listen to Jen. Master what you already invested in, then move to the next process. Diane says, sure, what sublimation printer do you have? And Gina Gill says, CB, you should have purchased the SG printer. Liberty or Juan says, plastic salt ink is easier to print, especially for beginners. A gnat. I started off with the water-based ink, and I agree, Juan. The only thing is cleaning up the plastic salt ink. Like, I was like, man, it is so hard to clean up this ink when I first started using Plastisol. Because with the water-based, all you do is spray it off, and you good. What's up, Shock? I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I like your videos. By watching them, I want to start my own business. Thank you. I appreciate you watching. Scoop says screen print is fun, but it's a process before you start and a bit of cleaning afterwards. Yeah, if you use water-based screen printing, it's a lot easier to clean than that Plastisol. But it's yeah, it is a little bit to get started, but I prefer that over there. And I keep screens ready to go, so all I gotta do is burn the screen and let it dry, and then, you know, that's how I do. That way I'm ready to go. Like, I only got like one more screen in there, so I gotta wash some screens and coat some on Monday. I'm kind of behind. Evelyn says, Saltgrass sublimation printer does great, but ink is costly. I do more hard surface products than t-shirts. KC says, hi, Sin and Print Squad. Thank you. Thanks, Michelle. I appreciate that. CB says, Gina, you're correct. I wish I would have. I might choose that as a wedding. Gonna start Print Squad GoFundMe for an SG. Oh, let me see. I'm sorry. I be trying not to miss nothing, but a lot of people are coming tonight. I'm all off. All right. Ian says, "See, you need to start using Waze app." I use Waze sometimes, but you know, I got what do you call it? The thing that comes with the Chevrolet OnStar. I got OnStar, and I knew where I was going, so I wasn't using it then. But I'm gonna start using it. Tina told me I need to use it. Let me see. Dolores says pigment printing is good. You can combine HTV with it. Evelyn says yes, Waze is great. Let me see. Jennifer says, what printer do you use for transparency film? I use the HP printer, but any printer that prints the size that you need would probably work. You know, as long as it is an inkjet printer. CB says, not really worried about ink costs, etc. Just need to clear my workspace and get a new printer. Johnny says, white is the messy ink. I hate it, LOL. Hey, Johnny, you need to try some of that Total Ink Solutions white, that all-purpose white. I did several videos on it, and it's easy to work with. Let me see. Kim says, Sin, all I want to do is heat press material to make pillows and stool covers. I am new to all this. Now, can I copy a picture and transfer it? I looked into getting the transfer custom printed. Let me see. Kim says it's expensive for full color. What's up, Time 1800? One says Jennifer Epson 1430 or 15. I think he's saying 1500 or 150,000. 15,000. I don't know. I think that's a typo. Or the best printers to get, but get a CIS to save. Anyone know where I can get cheaper red lights for my shop? AK. You can use like the yellow lights, just like the regular bug lights from like Walmart or somewhere. Diane says I finished building my exposure unit tonight. CB says it's my sci-fi movie night watching Attraction. Well, it's on pause till y'all stop talking. Scoop says I have a CIS, Gina, and have gotten a lot of prints. The money is not the issue. I'm not paying that much for a printer that only prints 13 by 19, and that's if you purchase the tray. Wayne says I just bought the Epson 7710, prints 13 by 19, and is sublimation friendly. CB says gonna get some in something all purpose. What's up, YMG? I joined the Print Squad Facebook group last week. I'm enjoying the group. Well, I appreciate you watching and joining the group. Johnny says that's where I go to get my ink. Love them. They're awesome. I know the owner of Total Ink Solution. Yeah, try some of their ink, Johnny. That's if you're the person that asked about it, their ink is thin, and I'm not gonna say it's thin, but it's good, and it's like Cool Whip. You know, it's not real hard to mix. Let me see. I'm gonna grab me a water right quick, y'all. Gina says, I want to know how many 8.5 prints from the Epson. Diane says, who needs to print larger than 13 by 19? Some people, if you're printing cut and sew, or if you're printing, depending on what you're printing, if you're printing some socks or something like that, you know, you may need to print larger. Depending on the socks or what, you know, what you're printing. If you're printing jerseys. What's up, Wayne? Wayne says, thank you, by the way. Most everything I've learned from you. You rock. Thank you. I appreciate you watching, Wayne. Scoop says, my point, Gina, the Epson 77 prints that size. The Sawgrass is too expensive to only go as large as 13 by 19. Evelyn says, yes, I know a lot of people who use Epson and they love it. I just didn't know about it when I purchased my Sawgrass. Gina says the tray is like $65. Don't quote me. I thought it was more than that, Gina. I thought it was like $300 or $400, somewhere off in there. I'm not 100% sure, but I thought it was more than $65. YMG says I got the Epson 7720 and it's sublimation friendly. I bought a sublimation kit for it and it works great. Gina says sin is correct and for bigger shirts. One says I got some Total Ink Solution 100% polyester ink and it ruined all my shirts. I had to replace 30 long sleeve shirts. I haven't had any issue with it because they gave me I had 3 different inks. I had the one that was like for cottons, one that was an all-purpose ink, and one that was a polyester ink, but I can't remember what it's called. Evelyn says, making me thirsty now, LOL. Yeah, you need to drink more water. Drink more water. Diane, because you know, by the time we get thirsty, like I just got thirsty, it's too late. I needed to already have been drinking that water. Diane says, that's some big feat having to print larger than 13 by 19. Or those NBA players. It depends. Do you know football socks that come up to the knee? You know, if you printing for kids and babies and stuff, they'll probably have small socks. But like if you printing football socks, like my son got some football socks that come up. You know, they come up to his knee. Both of my sons have football socks that come up to their knee, and one of them he wears size, I think he wears 13 in shoes or 12 and a half, somewhere like that. And like if you was to print on some football socks, then yeah. Let me see. Scoop says that $65 is per color, Gina, right? Sauce One says was going to buy a SG 400. Heard you can only use their ink. Diane says that's for all over printing. Wayne says thanks to your videos, I gained the knowledge needed to be the go-to guy in my town. I handle all the bars, ball teams, churches, and small business printers. That's awesome, Wayne. That's awesome. So you, oh, excuse me, you got your city sold up then. That's nice. Gina says I'm in about 165, but I just Googled, it's about 180. Diane says, one, how did you ruin your shirts? He says the polyester ink is the one. Diane says, oh yeah, true, school. Diane says, oh, I understand. Wayne says, I'm now I'm also doing embroidery, hats, shirts, etc. But got my start with you. That's something I want to eventually get into, but I don't know. It's so much stuff going on. I still got to get my prices for sublimation down and get a price sheet out. Evelyn said, awesome, Wayne. CB says, did Sin say international coating for that all-purpose? No, that's Total Ink Solution, multi-purpose or all-purpose. It's either all-purpose or multi-purpose. Liberty says, Diane, it bleeded through the shirts and sublimated all around the shirts. You can actually see it on, it bleeded through the shirts and sublimated all around. I'm not sure what one is saying. He said it bleeded through the shirts and sublimated. Maybe it was too thick or something. I don't know. And that's their plastisol, the plastisol ink. I'm not sure. Evelyn says that's correct. You must use the sawgrass ink. CB says on Total Solutions right now. Site now. Right now, site now. Liberty Graphic says it almost looked like bleach. I don't know what happened with yours, one, because I use it on the restaurant shirts and they haven't complained about anything. And I don't know. I'm gonna go get this ink that I got, one, and I'm gonna see if you using the same one that I use. Cause I haven't had any problems. Give me a sec. Look, I got this right here. This is the Super Poly White right here. Is this the one that you use, one? Super Poly White. That's the one that they sent me. And right here, this is the Sports White, which I feel like works for polyester too. But the yeah, the I don't know if that's the one that you have. The Super Poly White is the one that I use, but I didn't have any issues with it. Huh?
I was feeling one of those kids who use the bug light for your dark room.
You say use a black light for your dark room?
You had a yellow bug light.
Oh yeah, yeah, a bug light. Yeah, that was what I had said earlier. They could use the bug light. Let me see. Gina Gill said crickets. Did somebody ignore your question, Gina Gill? Let me go back. Gina Gill said 77 CMYK key 109 sell 14 shirts at 25. You just paid for your ink. You still gave 386 sheets to make more money. Wayne said sublimation is my next trick to learn. What's up, Wilson? How you doing? One says not that one. Yeah, that's the one that I use, and I haven't had any issues with that one. The other ink that they have, the one you use, it's not a what do you call it? I forget what it's called, but it's when you fade the shirts. It's basically dyeing the shirts white or whatever color. Evelyn said sublimation is not hard. Oh, she said crickets because I left. Sublimation is not hard. You just need to get the proper blanks, transfer paper, and have the correct time and temp. Dolores says I use 7720 and 7710 for, well, the 20 for sublimation and the 10 for pigment printing. Let me see. Man, I need to clean my glasses. I don't even think I got nothing here to clean them with. Because they always say don't use a dry cloth to clean them with. Or that's what I was told. I'm not a big glasses person. Let's see. That'll probably fall. That'll be just what I need. Gina said it's getting late. Good night. All right, Gina. Yeah, discharge. That one is not for discharge, is it, Juan? I never used discharge, but what you saying that, like it was like bleach. It kind of, that's what it put me in the mind of, because discharge kind of dyes the shirts from what I don't know if that helped or not. Yep. Let me see. I've been on here about an hour. Let me see. Somebody actually left a comment. Thank you for the tutorial. You rock. Wanda Lipscomb left a comment on one of my videos while we here on live.
Wow.
Huh? You scared me, Scoob. Don't be scaring me. What's up, Wendy? Scoob over here on speakerphone. She ain't been talking this whole time. And all of a sudden, when it's quiet and I hear 3 or 4 raindrops, here she come jumping in to scare me. Laura says the pigment ink is what comes in the printer. I reorder from Cosmos Ink. Y'all see how thirsty I was. I done drunk that whole bottle. Do anybody else have any questions or comments or concerns or opinions or good ideas or anything else I didn't say? Anything y'all want to share with the rest of the class?
Yes, Scoob is the best
Y'all hear Scoob? If y'all think Scoob is the bestest, most bestest person in the world, like she said, y'all hit one. But if y'all think that I'm more bestest than Scoob, y'all hit two. All right, one. Let me see. All right, I gotta wait for the results, and then I can get off. CB said so easily distracted. Went to order ink, and I ordered a wall size mandala for my daughter's room. All right, CB hit two. All right, we gonna see. We gonna see how many twos and and ones. Wendy says yes, Scoob is a good teacher. Wendy says 1 and 2. All right, Wendy, you disqualified. Wendy, you can't use 1 and 2. You gotta choose. You gotta choose, Rashonda. You gotta choose. CB, you gotta choose. Diane, no, you did it wrong. You do not add up the numbers. But it do look like one voted multiple times for Scoob, so I don't know if those are gonna count either. You welcome, Jennifer. I appreciate you watching. Wayne says we'll arrive Wednesday. I report back with the results and opinions. My 7710. Dolores says too hard to choose. Both of you guys are great. Wendy is laughing at both of us. Diane is laughing at us.
I think Juan did it out of fear.
Yeah, one is disqualified. You can only get one vote, and he voted like 10 times or something. And then all of his votes was ones. If some of his votes would have been twos, he might have not been disqualified, but he didn't vote none for me. Evelyn says, thanks for always being willing to share. If you have a licensed business, check out the NBM show. Search to find a show near you. You'll be able to see all process. I was gonna go to an NBM printing one time, but school told me not to go, Evelyn, so I didn't go. She was like, that's for signs, so I didn't go. Didn't you, School? You remember that, School? Oh, I thought you was gonna say no. I just knew you was gonna say no. I didn't do that. Let me see. Am I getting text messages? Oh, my mom texted me, how's Rion? And I called her earlier. He's good. Don't tell my mama I'm not there with Rion. I left all them at the house. I had to get away. I need to get him some clothes. All right. Cheryl Brown says choose option 3, me. The screen print station building champ. Gonna put myself, what did she say? Gonna put my self-built screen print system on eBay, LOL. Diane says just finished setting up my craft room for the 4th time. Diane says I gotta fit my screen printer in there. Excuse me, in here. I'm gonna be crawling in and out of this room. Evelyn says I went last year, plan to go in November. Wayne says have a great night, you all. I'm off to learn Brilliant Stitch Artist software for embroidery. Thanks again for all you do. You welcome, Wayne. I appreciate you watching. Scoob says, well, I guess 4 is the charm, Diane. Nalasia says 2112. Diane says, once I get the screen printer in here, it's not called the craft room. It's going to be called my shop. And she also says, thanks, Scoob. And Scoob says, quite welcome. I feel like I'm reading a narrative or something. Evelyn says, I plan to go to the one in Charlotte, North Carolina in November. You can also find all vendors with supplies you need, free classes, and much more. Cheryl Brown says, y'all stop talking so I can finish my movie. Y'all folks on fire tonight. Let me see. Doggone, I got the worst socks on today, y'all. They keep sliding down. I might as well throw them in the trash when I take them off. But I'm going to get ready to get off of here, y'all. I appreciate y'all joining. Okay, she didn't respond back. So I guess I'll just have to... He got some stuff at the house, but he don't have no clothes to wear tomorrow. But all right, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here, and I appreciate y'all for joining tonight. I'll be back live on the Red Channel at 10 a.m. Central. What you say, Scoop? That was rude, Scoop. I was ending the thing, but since you so rudely interrupted, go ahead and say what you want to say.
I said be blessed, everyone.
Y'all hear Scoop with her rude self. Okay, but yeah. All right, Rashonda. I'll be live again in the morning. Diane says, yeah, throw them in the trash. Yeah, I'll be live on the Red Channel, aka the T-Shirt Chick Live channel at 10 a.m. Central Time, 11 Eastern, 8 a.m. California Time, 2 p.m. in Ireland, 3 p.m. in Ghana. That's all the times I know right now. So if y'all want to join us in the morning, I usually go about 15-20 minutes. I'm supposed to go 15 minutes, but I always go over. But if y'all have any questions, y'all can submit them on Instagram, and I'll answer them on the live stream tomorrow. Y'all can submit them on Instagram at T-Shirt Chick TV. And if y'all haven't joined that Prince Squad group, y'all make sure to join the Prince Squad group on Facebook. And I appreciate you guys watching. I will see you in another video. Prince Squad out.